And we're joined by Mo Rajabally. Mo, you've taken a few runs at the City Council, haven't you?
Of course, yes.
But you're taking another crack at it.
Well, listen, I respect our democracy. Voters decide who they want. I have a right to say they're a bunch of idiots or whatever.
Now, don't go calling the voters idiots yet.
No,
We're just
no,
at the early
no.
part of your 5-minute video.
But technically, I assess it and say, okay, well, I respect the law, but I can deduct why.
Right. So one thing I've noted about you is whenever I look at letters to the editor, you're a common person to see there. How many letters to the editor of the newspapers in town do you think you've written over the years?
Well, I try to get some more from my from my computer laptop. I would say well over 200-300 easy in Kelowna.
So you are a person who has thoughts and opinions and some knowledge about a wide array of topics, and a lot of them local?
Oh, absolutely. If I live here, that's my number one priority.
Right.
Yes.
So what would you bring to council if you were to be elected?
At least from my perspective, decisions are made, and I have to question if they have really thought about it, and also if they have gotten off their chairs and go and look at the place in question, this, and see for themselves.
You, in the material you sent me prior to this interview, you were pretty critical of this current council. Well, this is the time to let them have it if you want to take the gloves off.
As I keep saying, I keep running. The people didn't vote for me. It's okay, but I have the right to say what is wrong.
And you have the right to criticize this current council. So where have they blown it?
Okay. Do you know the budget of road paving in this city?
I haven't. I don't have that at my fingertips.
I have studied it, and I don't have time to wait to. I just had my driveway paved after so many years. Just 15 feet or 30 feet or something like that cost me $8,000 to do the amount of road that don't need to be done. I remember I saw an engineer from the city, I guess, taking pictures on Highway 33 of the mosque. I came out of the mosque. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm looking at this because we're going to."
Is the point you're making that they're just too quick to spend money on unnecessary work?
Absolutely.
So overspending.
Because it takes time to study the budget.
So 4% tax increases have just become the norm.
Listen, I noticed that 40 years ago when I bought my first home. And I went to the city and I said, "You're building all over the place. Why?" He said, "The reason we need to have more people is we have expenses. So the more people we have, the less taxes people will pay, because we need to pay the water, the roads, take care of the parks, the gardens, and all those things. So the more houses we built, more people pay taxes, so we don't have to increase the tax." I remember this is how, and it goes up 4% every year.
So we keep getting bigger, but the tax bill per person doesn't seem to ever get
smaller.
Because
council do not have people who is determined to investigate or even have the knowledge to investigate specific things.
So you would come to council with specific ideas on areas where we could spend less?
Oh, absolutely.
Take it easy on the taxpayer.
As I told you, I live in a $50 basement apartment. I never stolen a penny from anyone. I live like a king because I know money.
Right.
I'm very careful.
So on this issue of how to deal with the downtown,
yes,
and all these people who don't have homes, do you have any brilliant ideas?
Okay. Well, you see, you have got a bunch of people who say, well, it's their own fault. They are lazy, or they don't want to work. They want easy life. So I don't pass judgment. There's only, if you believe in God, He's the only judge. But we have to do something. And psychiatry is my field. I have worked in old people's home. I have seen a lot of mental patients in Switzerland, England, all over the place.
But get to the point. What would you do?
So you have got, the city have got to decide, okay, we cannot just lock them up. Like, how upset I was when I read that if you stop your car and give them some money, you will be fine. This is how they treated the poor homeless people. And yet,
so there's a lack of compassion on that note.
And they don't hesitate.
Mo, we're about 12 seconds away from 5 minutes. Any last notes that you'd like to?
No, listen. I am very philosophical about it. Whatever people decide, it's okay. But if I get there, if I am not doing a good job, I will say I'm resigning, but you will have to have an election because I don't need the money that bad.
Okay.
I want to shake up things.
All right.
That's it.
Terrific. Great getting to know you a little better.
Listen, this is going to look disastrous.
Mo Rajabally. Hang on, don't leave just yet, because we have to say goodbye. Thanks for watching Kelowna Now.